Hi everyone, my name is Ryan Zynger, owner and director of Zynger Event Designs. Welcome to the first training video in our free video series, How to Be a Nonprofit Event Planning Pro. Here at Zynger Event Designs, we work with many nonprofits throughout the year to bring their fundraising goals to life through well-branded, high-impact, engaging events. From our event planning work, educational seminars, and speaking engagements around California and the US, I noticed we kept getting asked the same event planning questions. So I decided to take all of my knowledge and answer your most popular fundraising event questions in these videos, and I'm really excited to share them with you. The first video focuses on 5 event fundraising tips that every nonprofit planner should know. Our second video will be all about how social media and multimedia are transforming the event game. And our third video will show you how to end the sponsor struggle and make your donors fall in love with you by giving you tools to create successful and profitable sponsorship opportunities, ones that will surely have sponsors lined up for you year after year. In this first video, you'll learn the ideal amount of time to plan your event, why it's important to develop your strategy and do your research before anything else, what not to forget when developing your proposed event budget, how to utilize your board members and committee members effectively, and mistakes to avoid that will ensure your event planning hard work doesn't go down the tubes. With that said, here are my top 5 tips to create a headline fundraising event. Number 1, schedule enough time to plan. Treat your event with the focus it deserves. Just like you would a major campaign, make sure you plan with enough time. Planning 1 year in advance is your best scenario, and I wouldn't plan any less than 6 months in advance. This will give you the time to develop your sponsorship opportunities, communication plan, attendee registrations, and all your event logistics, and ensure your branding and messaging is cohesive. For more information, see our May newsletter on the News tab of Zynger.com for my newsletter on 4 proven nonprofit event planning techniques. Number 2, strategy and research. Make sure you put the time into research and development. You need a solid strategy before you even touch the logistics. The last thing you want is an event for event's sake. You need to ask yourself, why do we want to plan an event? How will an event positively impact our mission? And how does it align with our current activities? What type of event will be the most valuable to our audience? Here's a tip. You can survey your potential sponsors and get an idea of the types of events they would be interested in supporting. Who will we target? To sponsors and to attend the event. Are there other audiences we can target to broaden our reach? When should we hold this event? Is there a time of year that our company can own that will work best for our potential sponsors? If you stay consistent by keeping the event at the same time every year, you're going to gain momentum with your audience. Remember, most sponsors plan their support a year in advance. Number 3, spend time on your proposed budget. Now this is a big one. Once you've developed your strategy, you need to find out the hard costs and develop your event budget. Make sure you obtain actual quotes and overestimate rather than underestimate your costs, especially if it's a first-time event. Make sure you budget for staff time or an outside consultant, like us here at Zynger Event Designs. While fundraising events, you obviously shouldn't just project your expenses. You'll also need to project your revenue and the amount of money you can generate. How many tables do you need to sell at $500, for example? How many tables can you project to sell at $1,000 to make sure you're covering your costs? And what about individual tickets? Sponsorship packages, sponsor matching, text to donate funds at the event, or pre-event communication donation buttons that are on your website? What about other revenue streams like silent auctions? Well, we all know silent auctions are not the biggest money makers. If you know what you're doing, they can be highly profitable. Also, research what vendors you can get to donate products to save you money. But be careful. You can't rely on this until you have an agreement in writing. Wineries, for example, get asked all the time for product. Hopefully, you already have these type of relationships in place. You also need to track all these in-kind donations. If you receive donated wine, make sure that the venue will let you use it and that you've included the cost of this in your budget. A hotel can sometimes charge you more for corkage than pouring their in-house wine. You need to set realistic expectations. For a first-time event, you want to at least break even. You can't expect a first-time event to make a ton of money, but over time, your event will gain momentum, and once it does, it should start to make you some money each year, especially if you keep it fresh and you continuously innovate. I just can't stress enough to you the need to set yourself up for success by projecting your revenue and working towards revenue targets that cover your expenses. I see so many nonprofits spend so much time and energy on events that raise little money. Your event budget needs to be your constant companion in the event planning process. It will continuously get refined, and as you bring in more revenue, your in-kind donations solidify and you start paying expenses. Number 4, utilize board and committee members wisely. While board members may need to sign off on final decor elements, don't be tempted to waste their precious time by seeking their opinion on what color tablecloth to select. Aside from guiding you on strategic direction, your board and committee's primary responsibility should be to bring in revenue and use their relationships and status to close sponsorship deals, generate table and ticket sales, and lock in high-profile attendees. Communicate the agreed fundraising timeline regularly to all parties to ensure everyone stays on track. For example, when do you want to generate 25% of your revenue, 50%, or 100 of your revenue targets? And number 5, make sure you handle the business side. Nothing will give you an event planning brain freeze faster than forgetting details in writing, signing a contract, or obtaining the right permits to hold your fundraiser in the first place. Most importantly, don't forget to have fun planning your event. If you're having fun, chances are your event will be fun to attend and people will want to come back year after year. I hope you found this video useful. If you liked it, please share it with your employees, colleagues, and friends. And if you'd like even more updates from us, please subscribe to our newsletter at zynger.com. We'll see you soon for our second video. Happy event planning!